I hope everybody is doing well. I am not going to brand this video because I no longer use StreamYard for my branding. I'm actually trying to go over to Restream, I believe it is that we're using. Either way, I'm not using StreamYard, so that is the reason why you guys don't see the branding, won't hear any music or anything like that for the show because I really just want to get to the point and not really necessarily talk about a whole lot of stuff, and also not go into a whole bunch of bullshit. Either way, I have heard several videos lately. Shout out to several content creators, including Stargate. Even though we don't really agree on a lot of things, I did listen to the show. And I also listened to some other shows. Hey, Dr. Nikki, I appreciate you being in the building, and everybody that's in the clouds too. I appreciate you guys for coming in. But I did listen to a lot of you, and I heard a lot of questions that you all have. The first person I wanted to talk to was Shakim, and I did talk to him. We talked on Monday morning, and we had a pretty long talk, and we, pretty much compared notes with one another. Hey, Miss Murphy, I appreciate you being in the building. We pretty much compared notes with each other and just kind of worked some things out and explained some things to each other and got to a common ground and an understanding. So Shakim and I are well. We're doing great. We're going to be fine. People fall out and come back together, and that's what happened. And there was quite a bit of misunderstandings between us that I think now we've gotten clear. And anything that we don't have clear, I think we can talk about with one another. But what I wanted to talk about a little bit is regarding the void, and also regarding breaking the culture and Shakim and I. So I think I've gotten into the Shakim part and I. Hey, unadulterated, I appreciate you being in the building as well. Shout out to you. Um, and Stephanie Collins, I appreciate you being in the building. Make sure you members stay on because we are going to be doing some member stuff here and also going to be migrating that to the other channel. There's some of you like Dr. Nikki and them that are very well aware of the other channel. But either way, let's get into the void a little bit and what's going on with that and what's happening with Breaking the Culture and I. Breaking the Culture and I are fine. I'm not beefing with Breaking the Culture or anything like that. And probably because I don't really beef with people. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have something to say or if I feel some type of way about something, I'm just going to say it and I'm going to move on. I don't carry on things and drag stuff out and go through all this stuff and whatever. There are some things that I was not privy to that I have become privy to now that has possibly changed the way that I would move in regards to the situation. That happened probably a while ago, to be honest with you. Where there was some things that were happening behind the scenes. There were some things that we had talked about. And I can say this and I can say this publicly because I've had this conversation with her too. There were some things that were happening that weren't coming to fruition. There were some things that were happening that I didn't necessarily agree with, and that's just what it is. And I'm pretty sure she has her own thoughts on things as well. But again, I want to make it clear that we're not beefing. I'm not about to go out here and start talking shit about breaking the culture of silence. I don't expect her to do that about me. But things are what they are. What I will say is this. I wish I had known more prior to than that I know now. Because I probably definitely would have moved a little bit different. I would have said things different. And I'm going to leave that at that. I do think that if there are things that should be said in regards to how things went down, I think that is not my story to tell publicly. I think that is something that she would want to talk about if she decided to. But ultimately, those things is what affected the void. And there was a lot of other stuff too. A lot of people talking trash and people trying to flag stuff and doing this and this that, we just didn't want to deal with. But I will say that Shakim is my baby. Okay. That's my brother. I'm always going to support him. I'm always going to love him. I'm always going to be there for him, no matter what. Even during this time when we were falling out, I watched his shows, you know. I'm sure he was watching mine. He says he was. You know, we watched each other because we love each other. You know, that's my brother. But yeah, there is a lot of other stuff that happened um, between that time and now, and things that have been revealed to me. There's certain bones that I threw out in the universe to see whether or not they would carry back to me, and they did, you know. And that's unfortunate for the situation, but it didn't affect me. You know, as much as some folks may have wanted that to happen. And in all honesty, I feel sorry for anyone who was involved, because the universe is not going to treat you well. And it probably has not since you've done that. But, you know, that is what it is. Either way, I don't carry on beef. I don't carry on problems and anger towards people and all that stuff. I get the fuck over some shit. You know what I mean? Like, life is too short for us to be, you know, stressed and upset and worried about stuff, especially if this stuff that isn't really affecting you. Hey, QT, I appreciate you being in the building as well. Officer Pillsbury, I appreciate you too. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, that's just kind of what I wanted to say. You know, that if something has not really affected you physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, you just kind of leave people where they are. You know, you leave situations where they are. Like I said, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oftentimes, I will put a warning out to people too. I remember just a couple months ago, I put a warning out to the ethers and said that if you find yourself on the wrong side of this situation, you're going to find that the universe is not going to be very kind to you. There's going to be a lot that will be revealed about you, and a lot that will come out in regards to a situation, because you're messing with the wrong people. Okay, because you fucking with God's folks. Okay, because you putting your hands on the elite, like that. That's a problem. Okay, and you know, I think that perhaps, or I hope that people have learned from this situation. You know, and it is what it is. I've definitely learned from it. You know, and I can admit my mistakes too. One of the things was not vetting the situation much more than I should have. And that is a mistake that I admit to. No, that was not in the cards. For those of you who want to know. But again, you know, for those of you who are card readers and understand that, y'all know y'all don't pull cards on every single situation. Everything is not always going to be revealed to you. Some things you actually have to go through as a journey. Some things you actually have to learn, you know, and figure out on your own. And particularly because the ancestors will pull you through in a certain way. You know, they need you to learn things a certain way. They need you to hear things and see things a certain way. Hey, the beautiful Bernice, I appreciate you, and Defrauding Charlatans. Appreciate you being in the building as well. Defrauding, I haven't heard from you yet. I heard from you on my Instagram. Matter of fact, I'll just hit you on Instagram and give you the name of the new channel, because I do want you over there, and I really wanted to collab with you on some true crime stuff too. So yeah, get in touch with me in regards to that. But either way, hey, we on lock. I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to all my day ones in here. There's a lot of y'all in the building. I really always appreciate y'all always coming to support and always loving the tea free, you know, no matter what. Even if I do go rogue sometimes and I make mistakes and, you know, I say things that I don't mean, or I say things that I don't quite understand, you know, and stuff like that. You guys still love me, and thank y'all for that. But yeah, hey, you know, I can self correct. I can admit when I'm wrong about something, and, you know, I can correct it. And again, there are some things, like I said, well, like Shakim and I talked about, a lot of things between us that happened were misunderstandings. And now that we've gotten to an understanding of some things, you know, hey, we're moving on. Um, we may do a live stream together. We talked about doing a live stream together. But again, I don't want to make this about bashing the void, bashing breaking the culture of silence or any of that, because I don't want to do that. You understand? I don't necessarily dislike her. You understand what I'm saying? But there are some things that did take place. And like I said, when you throw a bone out in the universe and that bone comes back, in other ways, that's unfortunate. Okay. And that's how you know. So it is what it is. But again, I don't dislike her. I hope she'll be fine. I don't have no beef with her or anything like that. And that's just what it is. But yeah, I've definitely learned from that situation. But I am continuing on. I do have a new podcast that is coming out. And I'll be working with a couple people in this sector on that podcast. Also, I have another channel, but I've been slowly building that channel. I've been out in various parts of other sectors, just interacting with that channel, and trying to build that channel and build subscribers and so forth and so on. And then we will get deep into the true crime and all that other wonderful stuff. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know where I'm at, where I stand. Yeah, I don't want to be doing all this beefing and shit. I will tell you this though. Hey, Breaking the Culture, I appreciate you being in the building. I will tell you guys this though. Like, I had thought about uploading a lot of stuff. Hey, Speakeasy, I appreciate you too. You said so you don't like her, but you don't like her though either. Free. You know what? I like her. I don't have no problem with Breaking the Culture. What I will say is this. When it comes to, damn, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say because you just threw me all the way off. Anyway, I think what I was about to say was, well, damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Fuck it. It'll come back to me. Let me read some of y'all comments. You said I've been turned away from the church. You know what? Speak. You crazy, man. Everybody's saying hey to everybody, and QT saying hey. You said it's called being human. Exactly. We're all humans. We make mistakes. We say things. We do things sometimes, and we just learn from it. And the point is, you got to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just stay in the same place. You have to learn from those things. And I pride myself on doing that. You said, I hope that you learned that you are loved and supported, sis. I have. That's one of the beautiful things about taking this hiatus and taking a break and stepping back was that I learned how many people really, really do support me, and really, really do want to see me succeed. And I thank the sector for that. I really, really do. It's funny because I even listened to Stargate, her channel last night, and she was even, the other day, I think she did this about 2 days ago. And she was even like, damn, I would have loved to see that worked out. You know what I mean? I would have loved to see that. And I respect that, Star. I appreciate that. Because, we disagree on a lot of things. And a lot of times we're just trolling each other. You troll me, I troll you, But in ultimate, all actuality, I don't hate nobody in this sector. You know what I mean? And I don't think anybody really hates me either. They might not like everything I do. They might not like everything I say. But I don't think they hate me. I don't think they want to see me go down. I know what I wanted to say now. It was about grown men. Okay. I wanted to, and I still might post a video of what we did on Halloween. My club, my team and I, and several teams here in Delaware and in Philly. Every year we get together and we give out candy to the kids in the 24th Street area in Wilmington. That area is pretty fucked up. Okay, it's always a shooting, always something popping off over there. And it's so small, it's such a small area, but it's pretty fucked up out there. It's right down there by the Bob Marley house, by the Marley family. They have a house on 24th Street across from Congo's. And we usually do the candy giveaway in the Congo parking lot. So this year we did that. It's Congo Funeral Homes, for those that don't know, on 24th and Market. So this year we did that, and I filmed a little bit of it, and I started to post it and say, this is legendary shit. This is the stuff that we do. You see what I'm saying? And then, I did another community drive the other day on Sunday. A couple of girlfriends of mine were on the phone with me, and they knew that that's what I was actually doing. We fed the homeless and the less fortunate on Sunday. We gave out some chili and some rice, and just gave out some stuff and waters and cornbread and just stuff to, just give them a warm feeling to people. We fed children, we fed adults, all kinds of stuff. And this is stuff that we do. And I think grown man missed my point. Okay. And it's probably partially my fault. You know what I'm saying? I'll own that. Because I was doing a lot of trolling, I was talking a lot of shit. And I stand on what I said. I'm not taking back any of the snitch shit. I don't care what anybody feels about that. I'm not taking that back because I know what I seen. But what I was trying to say was we can all clean up our own lives. You see what I'm saying? All of us have a past. All of us have something that we've come from, whether it's something that we've done or it's something that a family member has done or whatever the case may be. And we can all clean up our past, okay? So one of the ways that I'd like to clean up the past is by giving back to the community as much as I can, okay? I don't try to break my pockets or nothing doing that. But I've learned, and I've become strategic over the years with the team on how to do this and not break anybody's pockets at the same time. So we take donations sometimes. Most of the time, we just pitch into it ourselves. We pay dues into our club, and we put that money into a bank, an account that we use for particular things, such as giving back to the community. Okay, like giving out candy like we did the other day. And the other day giving out rice and chili. We had several sisters that made some chili and and rice and different things, and we just gave that stuff out. And then next weekend, well, this weekend coming up, we're going to be doing a hat, scarf, and glove giveaway, which is what I was talking about with grown men. So what I had asked him to do was, since you such a legend, you know what I'm saying, and you such this great man, I would assume that you would be able to go out in your own community that you destroyed and take some of the legends that you worked with, that you claim, and go out there and do the very same things, because this stuff happens all the time. There's always giveaways and coat drives and stuff like that in the city of Philadelphia. There's always stuff like that in Delaware. You know what I'm saying? And myself and several teams like mine are a part of these things, okay? And a lot of the men that are involved in these organizations are men just like grown men that have been in jail, that have been to prison, and have rehabilitated their lives, and they're trying to do better, okay? So I think my challenge for you and to you was misconstrued. I think what you misunderstood was I didn't ask you to go outside for 2 minutes, okay, in the early morning before the sun was even up, before anybody was even outside, and step outside and act like you some legend because you can stand in the hood for 2 minutes on video. What I was asking you to do was get together with other legendary niggas, okay, that you work with, that you run with, that you fuck with. Get them out there and do something positive for these kids. Do something positive in that community. Give out some hot dogs, give out a hamburger, give out some scarves, some hats, a blanket. Do something positive for that community, because then and only then is then when I can really respect you as a legend. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, you out here just talking shit and you just a snitch nigga. You know what I mean? And you be online acting like you not that nigga. Like, I don't really know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? But either way, hopefully this time around, because I heard you got a new channel that you starting and that you trying to be on some positive shit. Hopefully we'll see some stuff like that, okay? Because people like me, okay, and other people, we're not impressed with that fuck shit. I'm not impressed at all with you talking about prison stories and you talking about you this legend and, but you not doing a motherfucking thing in your community, okay? It's going to take us to save our own community. Nobody else is going to save us. Nobody else is going to protect our children. Nobody else is going to protect the mothers in our community. Nobody's going to protect the fathers in our community, but our community. So for those of us who have been in the streets, have been in the trenches, have been through some things, have seen some things, we should be the ones out here in the fucking trenches handling this stuff in our community, the very same things that our own government won't handle for us. These are the things we should be doing because nobody else is going to do it. So that was my message. Now, if I came off like, I was being condescending, I probably was. You know what I mean? I ain't going to hold you. I probably was. I'm not even going to act like I wasn't. But that's what I meant. Okay? That's what I meant. We're adults, sir. Okay? I'm 44, you're 59. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we should be doing better in life. We should be doing more. We should be teaching the younger generation how to succeed, okay? And how to make things work for the community. That is what we should be doing. Talking about how we spent time in prison and who we was gangsters and we was this and niggas was scared of us and all that. You don't impress niggas like me. That's facts. You don't impress niggas like me. I know plenty of niggas like you, okay? And none of them talk like that because they don't have to. They don't have to prove nothing to nobody. They done already did that and been there and done that. And now they trying to do something different because they in their 50s. You understand what I'm saying? They in their 40s. You understand? They have kids, grandkids. Okay? They don't care about trying to impress niggas. So again, that is what I was really trying to say. And that is what I hope you will receive as the message, from this point on. I don't give a fuck about you talking shit. Yeah, I'm not running from no repo man. My 2 vehicles are still outside in front of my house, okay? My lights are on, okay? I have paid my bills this month, okay? No, I'm not getting put out. And yes, I am still a banker and I still get my credit report pulled anytime I go into any type of new position at the bank. So I don't know who that is and what that information came from. But what I will say is, it's funny that I threw one bone out, and I found that bone on that video. That's the funny part. But that's not my fault, honey. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, you got the wrong information. I'm just letting you know. Try again. But, better yet, don't try again. Do something more positive. Do something better for your people, for your community. That is funny how we have this idea in our space and in our community, in some parts of our community, that we feel like, quote unquote, exposing people is somehow positive, and I've taken part in that myself. I'm not going to act like I haven't taken part in that. Okay. I've taken part in that. Most of us have taken part in that, but that's not healthy for anybody. Okay. It's just not. Because at the end of the day, after you've exposed this and you've exposed that, right? Whether it's true or whether it's not true, where do we go from there? Which one of us have any jail or any court or anything to put any of these people into? None of us do. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is form an opinion and talk shit. And none of that shit is really going to affect that person. So what are we doing here? You understand what I'm saying? And that goes with every single part of this sector. Every single part, from down to what we've learned from the church sector, down to what we do here in the Umar sector, which is no longer the Umar sector, it's just the sector, to everything. Where do we go from here with the information that we're putting out? Are we still going to remain on this low frequency, you know what I mean? Or are we going to try to achieve a higher frequency at some point? Yeah, at some point, especially considering the age we are. And the fact that we have children who are adults, some of us have grandchildren, and so forth. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. You said, live your life, T-Pre, love. Thank you, Black Butterfly 63. You said, good afternoon, the good Dr. Nikki. You said, hey, Stephanie. Breakin said, hey to Dr. Nikki. And Defrauded says, a certain pastor gave up on me. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's... You know what? I don't know what's going on. You said, let me check my hate meter. We get it, T-Pre. Right. Hey, Israel Bound. I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I see Umar put them signs up on the school. I ain't been by there though. I gotta go past there and check it out. But I see he put them signs up on there. You said I used to be in his chat. You said Israel Bound. You said T Pre, hello, and chat. Hey, keeping it plain. I appreciate you being in the building. Everybody saying hey to him. You said hey to Speakeasy. You said T Pre, no, he is grown snitch, no doubt. He need to get his life together. That's it. Like he too old to be doing that fuck shit. I think he caught on to that though. I do. I think he kind of caught on to that. I listened to one of their videos, something about being in the fog or some shit. And I'm like, yeah, man, this all applies to you. Like, real shit. This all applies to you. So maybe he knows, maybe he understands it, but, you know, he's still trying to save face. I don't know. You said, I got what you meant when you called him with the challenge. You wanted to see the work for the community. Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted, because that's what I do. I do that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? We got, like I told y'all, we got the thing coming up this weekend. In another 3 weeks, we got a toy drive coming up where we're giving out toys to the kids for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. This is stuff we do all the time. You know what I mean? So yes, legendary shit. That's the shit that you do when you call yourself a legend. You see what I'm saying? When you call yourself a hood nigga, that's what you do. You take care of the hood. You don't talk shit. You don't talk about killing niggas and how you killed niggas when you was 17 and all this. This shit is whack, nigga. Like, what are you teaching the newer generations? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that was my issue with him. You said he's not legendary. He's a clown. Facts. You said defrauding. Salute, bro. You said made it to the house. You said what's up, Kip, Nikki, QT, Joe, unadulterated, and speak. You said old ass nigga, you can't teach what you don't know. That's true. That's true. You said he was stealing limos. That's what I heard. You said grown snitch need to get his family out that Section 8 living. Let's talk about strong black men being in the lives of their baby mothers and being in the lives of their children. The baby mothers should not be on Section 8, sir. I mean, let's you know, we can really get deep into stuff, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that. But I'm not going to speak on their situation. I don't know what's going on or whatever. All I'm saying is if you a man in that house, you shouldn't feel very comfortable with your girl having Section 8 and you living there. You said nobody in the hood had ever done that before. It's legendary. You said an embarrassment to good convicts everywhere. And that's a motherfucking fact, because I know plenty of them, and ain't none of them doing shit like that. None of them doing shit like that. You said, speak, what are you doing over here? You said, hey, Steph. You said, keep starting shit. You know he is. You said, hey, defrauding, why your profile pic changed 4 times in this chat? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You said, because I love how easily I can do it. Sometimes I've had to do that too, especially when the troll try to come in and act like they me. I'll have to change up my picture real quick. Yeah. You said, speak, damn shame. You said, I'm on to you, defrauding. You said, got to bring back my classic favorite. You said, hey, Miss T Pre, hope all is well. Hey, Divine 7, I appreciate you being in the building. Nikki says hi to you. Stephanie Collins, it's not about what they know. It's about what they can prove. Yep. All right. So listen, guys, I really appreciate y'all. We've been in here for about 30 minutes now. Definitely appreciate all of you for being in the building. Shout out to all the loungers, all of my members. I really appreciate y'all standing by me and supporting me through my little hiatus, where I took a step back and thought about some things. I had to regroup. I had to talk in the spirit. I had to get in the cards and some other things. And I've come to some very good conclusions, and I'm very peaceful and proud of where I am. So yeah, shout out to all of you for always supporting me and always being here. And I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate you guys. Peace, guys.